What's up, mechanics? Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another episode of Tool Tuesday here at the VIM Tools headquarters. Louie's back with us.
I am back in my chair.
And we're here at like 6 p.m. after hours.
Getting stuff done while we can.
Putting in the overtime. So this is part 3 of Pliers Day, the last day. And we've got some exciting stuff here. We have a sneak peek of something that's going to be here
In like a month.
Like in the next month or two. And I don't know if anyone was expecting it, because I don't think we've shown it before.
We have not.
Unless you saw us in person at a show, you haven't seen this. Super cool.
And I think it's pretty cool.
You want to save that for last?
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save it for last.
Okay. Then, start over here. Again, Q&As. Next episode, we're going to have a pretty long Q&A. We've recorded the last 3 episodes in the same week. We're going to be traveling here next week, so we're not going to be here in time to do the recording at like a usual time. So we're going to have to save the Q&As for the following week. So stay tuned for episode 86.
That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right. So I got more of the boring stuff. He's got the cool stuff over there. So I'll start with the
Hold on. You know why? Because when it's time to go downstairs and grab the stuff that you need to show for this show, he acts like he didn't hear me. He goes,
No, see, there's separate jobs here. I'm over here, I'm setting up the camera, I'm setting up the light, I got this camera, I'm cleaning up the table, I'm putting the chairs over there.
You got this camera, this is my phone.
I've got to...
What do you mean? I did this.
I got to angle this thing here to make sure the camera's right. I got to make sure the lighting's right.
I ordered it, I bought it, I put it here.
Make sure the dogs are in here.
You literally you press the button on the light,
a lot of work. See,
and you put your phone in that. You didn't even test the microphone before I got up here.
See, because I was so busy, I didn't have time.
You're trash. I hate you. All right, anywho.
Okay. So we got the BCRP1. These are body clip removal pliers, like the separator kind. We've had these for like 6 months. BCRP1 and the other version of that, which is the BCRP2, flush cuts.
Yes.
Something that's a little different about these flush cuts than others that are similar on the market is that you have these non-marring tips on the back here, so that if you are trying to pry something off, you're not going to scratch the surface that you're doing that on. So this is the BCRP2.
And there is space on the bottom of it, so you don't have to completely flush cut it if you don't want to. You can pry. And there also is the cutting edge, so you can pry it.
Yeah. So from here to the tip is for cutting. From back here, there's a space in between, so you can pry things off without cutting it.
And for those of you who are wondering when those tips come off, because obviously with every design, those tips eventually may come off, your dealer has the availability or the option to get you replacement tips instead of having to warranty the whole plier, because we do carry the replacement rubber pads for that reason.
We've got the open stock.
Correct.
Open stock is a whole different ballgame that nobody thinks about, okay? Because you got to carry this product, but you also need to carry the tips. And there's a whole bunch of other things. Like, we've got so many SKUs in our warehouse, and you just wouldn't think about all the things that you have to carry in order to support a full line of product.
It's a lot. It's a lot, and it's a pain, but it's what we got to do, and we're going to do it.
Yep. Number 2.
You showed both of those already?
Yeah.
All right.
Those are 2 separate products, the BCRP1 and the BCRP2. Now, what I'm showing here is a set. This is the V2300, okay? These are push pin removal pliers. There's a little more of like an aggressive tip on them than the other kinds that we have. But there's a straight and there's like a 90-degree angle. These have been pretty popular, and we've had them for quite a long time.
They're old.
We revamped them, obviously, to have the green handles, but if you want just an individual, we do have those available for sale. The 90-degree angle is V231. The straight is V230. Or you can buy the set, V2300.
And realistically, the approach we took on these pliers, because obviously they're an older design, is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then for those of you who want to fix it anyways, we also made these. So these right here are a different style. I wouldn't call them pliers, but they're kind of like bionic fingers, Michael calls them. They're not exactly pliers, but they have a spring-loaded jaw closing type action. So we're going with the pliers. These right here are for the same concept as those V2300s, BCRP1 and BCRP2. These V232s are for push pins. You remove push pins easily. That's why, can you see the jaws? I think you can. You can see the jaws, maybe?
Yeah, you can see them.
Yeah, okay, so the jaws are straight, so you can get under those push pins and remove them. And they fit in your shirt pocket easily, in your cargo pocket, anywhere. They're really compact. They don't take a lot of space up. They do have dual swivels like our other similar tools, so that you can actually bend to any shape that your hand can bend into if they are in a kind of a tight area, which they're not always in. But if you remove a lot of push pins, these bad boys are a lifesaver. And like I said, they have the curved jaw to get a little bit more leverage. They're spring loaded to make this easier, and they really bend to any shape that your hand can bend to. So this is just one of the, I guess you would call them, what would you call this style tool?
I would call them finger pliers.
This is just one of the finger pliers that we have in our line.
Yeah,
we have multiple and more to come.
Pincher pliers.
That being said, it's something
I like that one better. Pincher pliers. Also, you know what is like, you know the whole saying that's like, you know, when you get older, you start saying things like, that's not going anywhere when you strap something down.
Yeah.
Your thing, like your version of that is going, I think you can see it out there.
I can't see it. I can't see, man.
Every time. Well, if you're holding it right here, it's obviously in the camera.
Yeah, but like, you don't know if it's not focused. If you have no idea, I that's blurry to me, and I don't know if it is.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, moving on. For all of you dealers that are on trucks, these tend to get confusing because they all kind of have similar jaws, and that obviously brings some confusion. But on the packaging, take note that you'll see what it removes right there, so you know exactly what it's for. That's why we added the outline of the type of clip that it removes to make your life a little bit easier. All right, so similarly, we have the BCT1, which is our button clip tool. So we can use these for evap fuel line disconnects. It's mainly used, the types of clips that this is used on, you'll mainly find these on smaller make European and Asian model cars, those type of connectors, and these allow you to remove them relatively easily. Again, the curved jaws give you a little more leverage, and they're spring loaded, and those are in some funky places. So you can actually bend it to any shape that your hand can get into to easily remove that connector.
Again, that being said, imagine how many uses you can have for those two tools. Like yes, we made that for removing button clips that you'd find on like fuel lines and stuff, and this one for body clips, but how many times do you need to pinch something with your fingers? And especially when it's cold outside, you don't want to, that hurts.
Well, the issues with those clips is that those flush buttons, you call them, when they're new, they're super easy to remove because it's just a button. But you're never going to remove them when they're new. That's a very rare occurrence. What you're actually going to have to do is remove them when they're all grimy, gross, and stuck. So you're sitting there with a pick at a weird angle, stabbing the crap out of it. The clip breaks, you destroyed it, you have to replace everything.
I'm saying anything, pinching, anything that you may have to pinch to remove, you don't have to use your fingers, you can use this. Anything that you may have to get a grip on to pull, this one is a much better one for that because it kind of has this like flatter tip on the jaw. So if you need to like really kind of grab something that's maybe too small for regular pliers, but also you don't want to do it with your fingers, bam, BCT1. B232 is a pincher. This is like a puller. But obviously they also have the uses that we intended them for.
Correct. Like I was saying, when those clips are full of grime and grease, you end up stabbing them with picks, you break them, and they're screwed. So instead of doing that, you use the correct tool, you get it out easily, and you don't got to worry about it anymore. That being said, the next pair of pliers in our lineup we're going to talk about is the WCT7. We have talked about it on this channel. You have seen it. It's probably out there on your routes already. So
it's new.
It's relatively new though, but we've done pretty well with them because they're popular. But electrical disconnect pliers. They are spring-loaded electrical disconnect pliers. They have a pretty thin profile, so you can get into a tighter spot, because I know with some of the bulkier head designs, it's tough to get into certain spots. We have plenty of them in stock, and we have plenty of them coming still. So stock won't be an issue for these pliers. They're relatively affordable, and I think people do like them because we've sold a bunch of them. That might be because other versions are out of stock. That might be because they like the spring-loaded feature. They might be because they like the thin head. Whatever it is, people like them, and we got them. And again, for you dealers, see, picture, boom, electrical harness disconnects. Makes it easy to sell on the truck. But the reason I brought that out is to show what we were talking about at the beginning of the episode, the newest product, because everyone's main concern with these electrical disconnect pliers is that there is no right angle. They need a right angle set. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we give you the
boys and girls,
WCT5, our mini version with whatever the hell he called them, style tool.
Pincher pliers.
The electrical harness disconnect jaws. Same concept, same dual swivel, right? But now you don't need a right angle because this gives you any angle that you could possibly need to remove an electrical harness. And it has the same jaws as that WCT7. See the bottom one, the top one, boom. You grab it, pull, and now you got pretty easy access to electrical harness disconnects in any weird spot.
So now there's
Pocket,
3 versions of the pincher pliers, and I don't want to spoil anything, but eventually we'll have like up to 10 different
yes,
different
we have
designs.
a lot of jaws coming out.
We've got a lot of different designs of this style of plier coming.
That being said, in stock.
About a month.
Well, no,
or 2.
August. August, these are going to be here. Keep an eye peeled. Ask your dealer about them because the more hype they make, the more we can pre-sell and have on your truck as soon as they come out. Because I don't want you complaining that they take long to get to you because you didn't order them on time. Anyways, that is it for our show today. We went through all of our pliers. It was relatively quick, but it was very informative. So now you know about, I would say we probably missed some, but 99% of the pliers that we carry here at VIM Tools. I hope these 3 episodes were useful, and I want to do more of them because I think we have a lot more to offer than what people realize.
Yes, and if there's any video for you to leave a question on, it's this one, so that it makes it a little easier for us to organize everything when we go to do Q&As next week. Leave your questions down below in the comments, and we will try to answer every single one of them.
Ask questions, people. That's how we learn.
And if you ask questions on the break room, we'll answer those too.
Boom. Peace out. Thank you. Enjoy your weekends or weeks. What is it? I don't know. I'm all backed up.
Enjoy your week. It comes out on Tuesday.
It's on Tuesday. Enjoy your week.
All right, guys.
Peace.